In terms of how we directly support our Pacific neighbours, actually the main thing that we do is through our aid program. Pacifica countries struggle to get access to capital through the green finance institutes and so on. So we prefer to sort of much more directly support them, and we prefer that they lead on what that looks like.
If you looked at Tonga back then, the entire power system was all fuelled by diesel, which is the most expensive and the most carbon intensive form of electricity generation there is. So we pitched an idea to MFAT and to the Tongan government that we could go up there and take our renewable energy expertise and help them out and build a solar plant. And it's been working like a dream. It's still going, it's out producing what we promised, and it's a small step, but it's an important step. We always thought that was a flagship project to show what was possible, and that this technology could be incorporated into a small island state, and it's worked.
Governments are sending the political signal that action needs to be taken on climate change, and the private sector is now starting to build that into their business decisions and to respond. And the more that happens, the more the political momentum to take action can be sustained and built.
The government has said that we would like to get to a fully renewable electricity generation by 2035. New Zealand's in a pretty good place with that. We generate about 85% of our electricity from renewable sources at the moment, and we think that that'll probably get to somewhere between 90 and 95%. There is what we call the remaining 5%, which is technologically and economically more difficult for us to do, and we're kind of examining at the moment what it's going to take to bridge that gap.
I think what New Zealand has done, though, is to work with the Pacific in recognising their right to life, their right to land, but then also to send a clear signal to the rest of the world that as small as New Zealand is, hey, we will do our bit by reducing our carbon emissions and setting our goals up to 2050. And I think by doing that, we're saying that it doesn't matter whether you're big countries or small islands, all of us have a collective responsibility to do all we can.